I live in Malvern.
Malvern's a good place, isn't it? Lots of bands. So do you get out seeing them, or?
I go and play at the Great Malvern quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's so fun.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is the best you could hope for when you play on. And I started when I was 14. I started.
Wow. Yeah.
And getting up there, and you're just like, what are people going to start thinking? And I started playing my own songs first off as well, before I even thought about covers.
Yeah.
And when you're 14, you kind of worry what people think about what you're writing about. They're like, it's going to be soppy love songs. And it was, but but people enjoyed them, and like the feedback I got both through YouTube at the time and from people just in the street who might have seen me that night, it was just kind of a real booster.
Oh, cool. It must be.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, must be fantastic. So, what people were responsible for giving you the confidence? Mikey Mann, was he known there?
Mikey Mann, he's been there the whole time. He spotted me and he was like, oh, he asked me to play on a Thursday night, and I started. That's when I started doing proper big sets and stuff. And now he's just actually texted me earlier today, asked me to start doing performances at the Great Malvern Hotel every second Thursday of each month. Wow. So that's kind of like my first proper.
Oh, that's good.
So getting there.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Do you go do you go out watching a lot of people gigs or not?
Locally or
locally.
Locally, I see a lot of. Obviously, I go see Mikey Mann.
Yeah.
There was a great band. I'm not sure if they're still the same formation anymore. They were called None of These Are You. Yeah. And that had Phil Whitehead and others in that, and they were fantastic. They were kind of the first band I kind of saw who were around my age, and I saw them perform, and I thought, I'm going to give that a go. I'll try.
So that inspired you to pick the guiar up, did it?
Yeah. I reluctantly started learning the guitar, really.
Reluctant?
Because my grandfather spoke to my dad and was like, it's time for Megan and her sisters to come spend a bit more time with us, and I'd like to teach Megan the guitar. Yeah. And I'd go along on a Sunday and I'd be like, alright, I'll learn it, and I really didn't want to do it. I was just like, I'd rather be at home watching TV. And I started doing it, and I took a guitar home with me, and I started playing guitar. And like, singing is always something I've done, and I've always loved singing and dancing and performing. And I started to do it alone at home, and then I thought, I know chords, I'll look them up for songs I like. And I did that. And I remember the first song that I played and sang together, and it was a Chris Brown song, and it was called Forever. Yeah. And I sat in our kitchen with my parents, and I was so nervous performing to them, I can't get over it. And I played it and I sang, and my mum was like, you should go and perform up at the Great Malvern. And I was like, what? Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. And so it's kind of down to my grandfather, really. Yeah. So I kind of am forever in debt to him. I don't think he realises how grateful I am.
Yeah, well, there you go. So he knows best. So you go play at the Morgan as well in Malvern?
I've played once there before. I think they're having a charity night. It's going to be for, I'm not sure which one it is, but they're doing a onesie night. Everyone turns up in onesies.
Really?
And
I haven't got one. Maybe I ought to get one. What do you think? No, I won't put anyone through that.
Everyone looks good in a onesie though.
Do you think so? I think they do look hideous.
No, everyone should wear them out, I reckon.
You think so?
Yeah.
King Dave, you got a onesie?
Oh, I haven't, no.
No. I can see him. Maybe like, as a Christmas present, I'll get him a onesie.
He'd definitely suit a onesie.
The interview takes an unexpected
turn. Of course,
charity
night, I saw you play at the Great Malvern, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's for children and you.
Yeah.
I got to play with Sam Eden. Not play with him, but play after him.
Yeah. How was that?
He's fantastic, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been up there. Yeah. Good old Sam.
I was gobsmacked. I sat at the bar, and I was really nervous, like, waiting to go on. And he started playing, and I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. How on earth am I going to follow that? He's fantastic.
Well, you did well. I enjoyed it. Yeah. He was just rushing around trying to see as many, because they were right at the other side of town, weren't it? Oliver's Wine Bar, which is right at the opposite end. Yeah. And it was pouring down, I remember that much.
Oliver's has got a really good music scene going on as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's starting to pick up with the music in Malvern.
Yeah, it is. Malvern is a hotbed of music. There's another place opening soon in Church Street, isn't there?
Oh, is that?
There is. I think next week or the week after.
Oh,
they've just got a licence. So yeah, it's going to be a music. I didn't even say that because someone told me in confidence. Sorry, Tyler. Yeah.
I think I have a snoop.
Oh dear, I'm going to be in real trouble now. So you're doing lots of gigs at the moment?
I'm playing at Great Malvern tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah. Thursday night.
Well, yeah, of course.
So playing tomorrow. Those are usually the gigs that I do.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just having the confidence to try and get myself out there, so more people might want me for gigs. I've had quite a lot of people ask me to do like events for birthday parties and stuff.
Yeah.
I've done a few of them.
Yeah.
And they're really fun.
Yeah.
They're fun because everyone's having a bit of a drink and getting out,
Yeah.
and then you just see people dancing to your playing, and you're just like,
yeah,
that's just the nicest thing ever. People enjoying it. That's what you want. People enjoying your music.
Exactly. So, do you think you'll be doing festivals and things like that? Or?
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I have a friend who helps out with a lot of the technology and sound at Nostock Festival, which is in Bromyard, and I think she said she might be doing a bit of Big Chill next year if it's up. Yeah. And I'm hoping that might be my way in because, I went to Nostock this year. Yeah. And they had a stage during the day where the acoustic acts would go. Yeah. And I sat there all day and I just watched them, and they were just so fantastic. And I was like, if I'm here this time next year, then I'll know that I'm actually getting somewhere. Yeah, yeah. And it's just amazing trying to show everyone my music, really.
Exactly. Yeah. You're getting there. So, right, so we ready for another one?
Yeah.
Yeah? What are we going to do?
I think I'll play you one of my own, I think.
Yeah, cool.
This is my most recently written one. Okay. I had a major writer block for about a year and a half. Yeah. I think it was all the stress in school. I was so stressed. Yeah. And like every time I sat down, I was just getting a panic because I'd come up with things, but then they just weren't piecing together. Yeah. And I started a new college at the beginning of September. Yeah. And one day I sat down and I was like, it's time to write a song, and I did, and I was just like, yeah. Thank goodness. I'm starting to worry. So this is a song and it's called Carelessly Young.